develop a strong financial support system to achieve our identified goals. The action plan, well, the first thing we need to do is create awareness that we do have a foundation, or we have a foundation. That'd be number one in my mind. Second is identify organizations that will benefit from the foundation, such as Lindy and the other larger companies that can actually utilize that. Then we need to start beginning to organize fundraising events that will benefit the foundation. And I thought it was also important to focus on a grant development to maximize the existing opportunities that are out there for that. And that sounds like to me that not the easiest way, but a very good way to get money on it.
Any questions for David?
So we looked at what made sense, and we came up with help new and existing businesses develop capital, establish sound business practices, and develop their employees. We could probably develop it a little bit more, but we were under time constraints. So, and then we talked about how we would go and go through the strategic action plan for this. And so, can you read my writing?
Yeah, basically observe and interview the owners of businesses to access their needs and understand what they need for their business development. And then basically once that's done, identify the logistics systems and innovations to improve the business. And then identify a potential employee pool, because it's hard to find good employees these days. And then provide the training to implement identified areas of needs.
Very good. Any questions?
Our goal, we got to combine two. We want to cultivate partnerships with businesses and industry and education for projects and initiatives that enhance the community, both youth and adults. You want to go over action items?
Sure. Action item 1. First, we have to identify who the partners are. So we'll identify the partnerships in each business sector and also educational institutions. Once we know who they are, then we'll move on to conducting needs assessment of the partners. So there'll be a need to facilitate some of these meetings and get everyone in the same room and conduct needs of partners. We also thought about needs of community, but thought that through educational entities and also business, they would talk about what those community needs are, so it'll come through in that. Action 3 would be to identify projects, and we listed some of the ones that were here. These may or may not be relevant depending on what the needs assessment what comes out of that. Likely they will be in there, but again, just emphasizing for adults as well, because we know that we have a lot of adults who want to change careers, or they're in low-paying jobs and they want to think about opportunities. So we want to make sure that that's available for adults and youth, as we I think had indicated in one of our statements at some point. I remember seeing that. So we'll identify through the needs assessment, we'll identify the projects and then develop plans. Short-term and long-term goals. So you want to have things that are low-hanging fruit you can knock out really quickly, and then things that might take 1, 2, 3 years, but they would have to then develop that plan for how they would implement that with appropriate timelines.
Awesome. Any questions?
Our was to develop a small business support system. The first thing that should say on here that the chamber staff would be in charge of performing all of this. No, I'm joking. So we would come up with a business retention expansion program within the chamber to develop business criteria for the businesses that would maybe fit under that goal of people that are struggling, because we decided that maybe it wasn't going to be just a new business. You might have somebody that's been in business for maybe 5 years, but our idea, then we'd identify key players, so mentors and a committee within the chamber that would go out and do that. So the mentors could be anybody that feel like they have the ability. I would think that if you feel strong enough about being able to help somebody, that would be a person that would be on that committee, that would be a mentor. Strategic planning, that would be working with the business owner for marketing, financial, time management, maybe some HR issues, hiring, the firing process, that kind of thing. And then the chamber assistants would come in for the EDC partnerships, SBD, chamber programs, member 101, and maybe creating the chamber angel funding to be able to have people donate through, I think we set the foundation to do that, so.
Any questions?
First, we want to build a marketing strategy or marketing plan to raise awareness about the foundation. So that's really where we'll start. And one of the things we want to throw in as part of that is, and it's really a go do it, start participating in the CAC meetings. The foundation can, give an update at each meeting, which I think occurs every other month. Then what we want to do is create a list of the big businesses that we want to start targeting for a survey, where we're going to survey the large business to determine what are their corporate goals in regards to community engagement. And then, let's see, did I go in the wrong order?
No,
I didn't.
you're right.
Okay, and then finally, after we've done this survey, we'd like to start with a goal of 5 businesses per year, where we'll start to partner with them and assist them in meeting those identified goals that each business has.
Why the 5 a year?
It's realistic. I think if we have a 5 the first year, and we determine where we went right, where we went wrong, building this program, then hopefully we'll have 5 successes we can build on, which again will help us expand this and educate. It'll all be positive.
Very good. Any questions?
And we're doing specific, measurable,
Yes.
attainable, relevant, trackable.
Smart.